Hi, this is Victor Cruz, Super Bowl champion New York Giants, and I gotta get my ICTV.
Hello and welcome back to Inside Iona. I'm Chrissy Bookie. Today we have a new guest to ICTV, Joe Archino, the president of Iona College Radio, WICR. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Chrissy, thank you for having me. It's just a wonderful opportunity to be on here on set with ICTV. It's really a wonderful operation.
Thank you. Well, everyone, we hope that you're enjoying the new season of our show. And now here's a look at what's happening inside Iona.
ICTV's Matt Ricker sits down with Paul J. Sutera, the Senior Vice President for Advancement and External Affairs, about the Iona Forever campaign and the college's 75th anniversary.
October is Alcohol Awareness Month. ICTV spoke to resident assistants on how they educate their residents to stay safe in college. Keynote speakers Chris Sandy and Eric Krug came to campus last week to give a presentation on alcohol education to students.
Homecoming and Family Weekend happened, and ICTV was there to capture all the action. From a fall family carnival to a pumpkin patch and hayrides, Iona College crowned the new homecoming prince and princesses and the senior king and queen.
And stick around for Ian Sachs's IC Gale Sports Report, then entertainment with Maral Kathwari and Kayla Coughlin later in the show.
All this and more in this episode of Inside Iona.
I'm Chrissy Bookie, and you're watching Inside Iona. On October 4th, the Best Buddies and Success Center held their annual kickball game in the Mulcahy Gym to start off Make a Difference Week. We spoke to Molly Traub, a student campus minister who organized this year's game, and Tiffany Henderson, who is the student leader for Best Buddies.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm a senior this year and I'm president of Best Buddies. Best Buddies is an international organization that focuses on developing social inclusion, so building friendships for people that have intellectual disabilities and those who do not have intellectual disabilities. Our purpose is to mainstream these relationships so that people don't forget that they need love too. We're all human here. So part of Make a Difference Week is the Best Buddies and Success Center kickoff kickball game, and today we kicked it off with a huge game and we had a lot of support from the cheerleaders, the dance team, the softball team, lots of athletes, RAs, CMs, lots of residents on campus. So if you have not signed up for a service project for this week or you haven't been involved in Make a Difference Week before, now's a great time to get involved.
Hi, I'm Molly Traub. I'm a campus minister in the Montgomery House, and I'm a junior. My service project is Project Family Soup Kitchen, and I've been working on this event, the Make a Difference kickball game. It's the start of the Make a Difference week here at Iona, which is full of all kinds of service. Today we had a kickball game between the Success Center kids and the Best Buddies to show our community we're really into inclusion. Today we had a bunch of students write on hands what's important to them. So we had these hands, they write what stuck, that's our catchphrase, what really stuck, to show that we really care about service and we really care about including everyone in this Iona community. So thanks everyone who came today. We really appreciate your service and support during this week.
Iona is celebrating its 75th anniversary. Coinciding with that anniversary, Iona President Dr. Joseph Nair announced the launch of Iona Forever, a $150 million fundraising initiative. Iona Forever will focus on making the college more affordable and setting future alumni up for success. Paul J. Sutera is the Senior Vice President for Advancement and External Affairs at Iona College. He sat down with ICTV's Matt Ricker for an exclusive interview about Iona Forever.
Iona Forever is a comprehensive fundraising endeavor, the largest in our 75-year history. And it's really about enhancing the student and faculty experience at the college. Really again, this opportunity will position the college as we move into these next 75 years. What is the most important thing? What is the legacy or the footprint of this Iona Forever? It's about increasing the size and, more importantly, the impact of the endowment for that student scholarship and those endowed professorships and endowed programs, so we can ensure that the Iona you know today is still the Iona that we love and we continue to strive for in those, as you mentioned, 5, 10, 75 years from now.
The Office of Mission and Ministry held an event known as Homeless Awareness Night on the steps of Spelman Hall. This event was to educate students about various aspects of homelessness and sleep outside on the steps to experience a night in a homeless individual's shoes. ICTV's Gab Archbold was there.
Hi, this is Gabrielle Archbold here with ICTV. I'm here at Homeless Awareness Night, sponsored by the Office of Mission and Ministry and other clubs, where students will be sleeping on these stairs tonight to educate themselves on what it's like to be homeless.
I'm Lauren Peroni. I actually work in the admissions office here at Iona College, and I was a student who graduated in 2014, and I'm here because I created PASS.
My name is Caroline. I'm a co-sponsor of PASS, and I'm here on behalf of the Social Work Club.
When I went on a mission trip during my senior year here at Iona College, I became inspired when I met the people in Peru, and I realized that sanitary support is such a big topic, not only there but here in America. So I figured, we can help people who need that sanitary support. I thought of PASS, people advocating for sanitary support, to raise awareness, to raise funds, and to help homeless shelters in the local area. I think this is the perfect thing to bring to a Homeless Awareness Night. You're not only raising awareness, you're actually doing something. We raised over at least 2,000 sanitary napkins here for women, and it's just going to really help a lot of women in the neighborhood.
Thanks to all the students who stayed all the way through the night. I hope this event gave you a better understanding of homelessness. For ICTV, this is Gabriella Archbold. Back to you in the studio.
Now let's hand it over to Ian Sachs with your IC Gales Sports Report. Ian?
Starting things off, the volleyball team pulled off a big upset when it defeated first-place Rider on October 11th. The Bronx were undefeated in MAC play entering the game, but the Maroon and Gold changed that with a 4-set win. Freshman Claire Archibald tallied her second consecutive double-double with 15 kills and 24 digs.
I came into this season basically wanting to make an impact, wanting to be the girl who could help carry the team and put the team on their shoulders. And so I feel like I've been working very hard to achieve that goal.
One day earlier, the Gales fell victim to St. Peter's and lost a 5-set heartbreaker. Armand Medeo has more on this one.
The Iona Gales stormed in there early, going up 2-0. But it was the St. Peter's Peacocks who showed their true colors with a late comeback victory.
Offensively, we only had 2 players hit positive in games 4 or 5 combined. You're not going to win many that way. We talk about needing 3 good hitters, and that usually means averaging 3 kills per set. We didn't have that tonight. We just didn't execute when it mattered.
Freshman Claire Archibald posted a double-double with 20 kills and 16 digs. Senior Natalie Ziskin recorded 37 assists and 14 digs. Freshman Taylor Bannister tallied 12 kills.
I mean, we didn't do anything system-wise well the last 3 sets, and that's disappointing.
Up next for the Gales, they look to embrace the underdog role against first-place Rider Sunday.
Maybe we embrace being the underdog. We played pretty darn well against Colorado State, who was number 14 in the country, because we were the underdog. That's what we got to do.
Reporting from the Heinz Athletic Center, I'm Armand Matteo.
Thanks, Armand. On to the soccer field now, where the Iona women's team won its first MAC game of the season with a 4-3 win at Fairfield on October 7th. Sophomore Charlotte Stewart netted a pair of goals as the Maroon and Gold scored 3 times in a span of 24 minutes. The Gales followed this up with a disappointing 1-0 loss to Canisius on October 10th. The Golden Griffs scored the only goal of the game in the 83rd minute. Interim head coach Brad Bolton felt the Gales did not come out with enough energy.
We could have played a little bit better. We didn't come out with the fire that we did we against Fairfield. So we could have come out with a little more fire. They play a different style of soccer than we're used to. Kind of lulled us to sleep a little bit.
On the men's side, Iona ended its 3-game losing streak in dramatic fashion with a double overtime win at Canisius October 10th. Freshman Daniel Huertas booted the game winner in the 103rd minute and was named MAC Rookie of the Week. Prior to this victory, the Gales dropped 3 straight games, losing to Monmouth 1-0, to Ryder 2-1, and to Fairfield 1-0. Junior co-captain Oscar Gonzalez netted a penalty kick as the lone goal in this stretch. The men's water polo team also had a flair for the dramatic as it topped rival Fordham 12-11 in double overtime on October 8th. Sophomore Jonathan Holbert fired the game-winning goal past the Rams keeper. Classmate Zach Roper notched a team-high 5 goals. Prior to this win, Iona had dropped 3 straight games. The Gales fell to number 12 Brown 11-7, to Massachusetts Institute of Technology 18-16, and to number 18 Harvard 22-13. Well, it's certainly not easy going up against such stiff competition. And that's it for sports.
At the beginning of this month, the Mass Communications Department continued their annual speaker series. This is organized by Professors Nadine Cosby and Natalie Redcross. Jennifer Bernheim is the founder of Martin Bean Company, a PR firm, and she spoke to students about her career. She explained that the goal of the company is to develop and implement social impact initiatives and integrating those initiatives into the client's communication strategy. Here's a look.
In this week's professional speaker series, Jennifer Bernheim spoke with MassComm students about what it's like to work in the PR industry.
Jennifer Bernheim is an extremely qualified public relations professional and consultant. A graduate of Troy University and the University of Rhode Island, Bernheim now owns her own boutique firm, Martin Bean Company, which specializes in social impact initiatives. She spoke with Iona College students and offered advice on networking and what PR employers are looking for.
So what advice do you have for college students today that are majoring in PR and are about to graduate?
Sure, yes. I'd like to remind PR majors who are about to graduate that they definitely need to get their internships done. It's really good to have some experience under your belt before you apply for jobs, and to continue networking in any way you can, and volunteer. Those always create great networking opportunities.
And in your opinion, what would you say the most crucial parts of the resume are?
The most crucial parts of the resume. Well, what's really important is making sure that there's no spelling errors on the resume, which seems really basic, but doesn't always hold up. And if I get a resume, even for an internship, that has typos, I don't even consider it at all. I just hit it and put it in the delete pile. So that's the biggest thing, making sure there are no errors on that resume, and then really highlighting your experience and what the outcomes were for that. So if you helped build an event and it raised X number of dollars, or you helped increase social media following by X%, really showing what the value was that you brought to the internship.
And how is social media used in your expertise and in your area today?
Sure. So we do social media strategy and implementation for our clients across all of the platforms. So they're used to help manage that brand story that we were talking about, and to build the brand, and also create dialogue between organization and its publics.
What is your most favorite part of PR?
My most favorite part? I really enjoy owning my own boutique PR firm, and also building client relationships and working on the strategy side. Additionally, I enjoy my team. I have a team of 3 consultants that I work with, so being able to have others to bounce ideas off of, I think we come up with a better product at the end, since there's a team of us working together.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks. Thank you.
I spoke with Dr. Natalie Redcross about what she thought of this event.
Professor Redcross, what do you hope students took away from this event today?
I really hope that they understood how the field of PR works through someone who works there right now, who's in it right now, because she's giving you or students a taste of what she did an hour ago, 2 weeks ago, a year past. And I love our textbooks, but this is just a fresh approach, and it's giving the good and the bad in terms of experience. So that's what I really hope the students got out of it today.
October is known as AODE month, or Alcohol and Other Drug Education. Here at Iona, resident assistants decorate their bulletin boards with information for their residents about alcohol awareness. As a college student, you're exposed to alcohol at some point, whether you're of drinking age or not. Iona invited keynote speakers Chris Sandy and Eric Krug with the Enduring Regret in Deadly Decisions presentation to share their personal stories. ICTV spoke with resident assistants and the keynote speakers on why raising awareness for AODE is so important.
Hello, my name is Chris Sandy, and sitting next to me is Eric Krug. And today we were thankful to have the opportunity to be here at Iona. We are here to share our messages because we were hopeful that we could help everyone think about their life decisions that they make. From my experience, I was in a horrific car crash at the age of 22 because I chose to drink and drive, and that choice resulted in 2 deaths. And then I was sentenced to prison for 13 years and to have 17 years of probation. So today I walked through that journey and shared that with everyone so that they could have a glimpse of the realities that can come with making poor choices. And we want to inspire people to make the right choices. Eric, on the other hand, he's from the other side of the tracks. He is a victim of a DUI crash because at the age of 21, his 21st birthday, Eric played baseball at a college, and he was just voted the most valuable defensive player of the year and made all conference. And that night after a game, they went out to go celebrate his 21st birthday, and the girl that was driving the car, her name was Missy, and she had been drinking quite a bit. She was a soccer player. She was also voted Athlete of the Year. She was 19. But that night she made a similar choice as to what I did. She chose to drive after drinking. And she made it back to campus, and she crashed the car because she fell asleep at the wheel, and it killed Eric's best friend Tim, and then it left Eric with severe injuries. Traumatic brain injury is what he suffers. And so today, just by sharing our stories together, we were hopeful that we could influence everyone in a positive way to really think about the decisions they make, because we want students to be more proactive in what they do, make plans before they go out, not to be scared to call friends for rides. And just because you're inconvenienced doesn't mean that you just don't do it, because I know that I felt like I was going to be inconvenienced by leaving my car at the party I was at, but because I chose to take my car and to drive, I killed 2 innocent people. So I want everyone just to think about those decisions they make in their life, and we do wish everyone here at Iona the best, and we want the best for everyone here. So please continue to make safe choices, be responsible, and please succeed in life. We thank each and every one of you for listening to us today. Thank you.
And now it's time for entertainment with Maral Kathwari and Kayla Coughlin.
Thanks, guys. It's great to see you in the studio, Joe. You should definitely come by to Inside Iona more often. So this week, as you can see, we're changing things up in entertainment. I'm joined by the lovely Kayla Coughlin. Kayla, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Maral. Thanks for having me. We have a lot to talk about. For starters, have you heard of Netflix and chill?
I have. It's becoming like a millennial thing, right?
Yeah, so it's sort of a big thing for the 20-something generation. Netflix and chill is basically code for something that isn't exactly mission consistent.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be able to talk about that on air. And besides, I'm more of a Hulu and commitment type of girl.
Well, I went around asking Iona College students about their thoughts on the topic that has so many people buzzing. Hey everyone, I'm Kayla Coughlin for ICTV, and I'm out here on Iona College campus asking students what they think about Netflix and chill. Could you explain in your own words the process of Netflix and chill?
Okay, so when I think of Netflix and chill, I'm thinking that I'm thinking of someone hitting up a girl or a guy, whatever, and asking them to come over to their house and to watch a movie, quote unquote, and to hang out. And I mean, I'm assuming it's a hookup type of thing.
Do you think that Netflix and chill is a doorway to commitment?
No. Not at all. It is not.
What do you think the practice of Netflix and chill is doing to the dating world today?
I think it's ruining the dating world. I think that they just take it as a Netflix and chill. Like, a lot of people just interpret that as like, oh, we can watch a movie and then like think, oh, they'll just like hook up or anything.
Well, maybe
some people have different opinions on it. It might lead to other areas that we're not going to get into right now, but it definitely probably gives people more opportunities to get to know each other on a more personal level and trust each other enough to, lay with them for a little bit and watch a movie.
If you really want to date somebody, I think you should take them out to like a restaurant or a coffee date or something other than having your attention on a movie.
If you're going to go Netflix and chill any guy that asks, PSA, don't do that. Please don't Netflix and chill any guy. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Netflix and chill clearly is a topic of conversation, and people have some pretty strong views about it, boys and girls alike. So, back to you guys in the studio. So, Moral, Netflix and chill later?
I'll have to take a rain check, but thanks for the offer. So October is Hispanic Heritage Month. There was a lot of things going on in the Iona community. Ola sponsored a lot of events to celebrate the culture.
Yeah, Moral, they hosted a comedian, had a barbecue, and closed out Hispanic Heritage Month with an awesome event.
I was on the scene at La Vida Latina. Students joined at the event to celebrate Hispanic and Latino culture with Joe Doe, DJ artist, hero band rock star, and celebrity.
The Hispanic Heritage Club closed out October's Hispanic Heritage Month with a bang. They hosted a party in the Burke Lounge where students and faculty could come together and enjoy Spanish food, socialize, and learn more about the Hispanic heritage. President Akil Cardoza put a lot of effort into hosting the successful event.
We just wanted to wrap up the month, meet up with our members, and talk about how we love to be Hispanic and how it's a part of our culture and we want to spread it with the Iona community.
The club's vice president, Denise Jimenez, was excited to share more about her background.
My mom's Dominican, my dad's Ecuadorian. I've been to Dominican Republic and I love it. I love the culture, the food, the people. I haven't been to Ecuador yet, but I will soon.
That looks like a lot of fun. Moral, did you dance?
Kayla, you weren't there, so obviously I wouldn't dance.
Wait, so Moral, didn't you celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with Mario Lopez too?
Yes, I did. It was so awesome. Macy's invited Mario Lopez, celebrity makeup artist Angel Marino, also known as Mac Daddy, and the Cosmo Latina beauty editor to host a panel discussion about their heritage. Macy's at Herald Square invited VIP guests on Thursday, October 9th to see Angel Marino, aka Mac Daddy, and Mario Lopez in action. In celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, the makeup artist spoke about his career and gave a contouring tutorial.
And I'm actually going to start to just stipple this underneath her eyes. Really want to start to create some brightness for her. Look up for me. And the way that I'm doing this, I'm really just kind of stippling this completely underneath her eye.
The beauty editor for Cosmopolitan for Latinas later sat Maria Lopez and Angel Marino down to talk about the importance of commemorating Hispanic heritage and what they loved about being Latino.
Well, first of all, thanks for coming out. And I love being Latino. I think it's the most beautiful culture, and I think the people are really what make it. And I love everything about it, from the language to the food to the music. Especially the senoritas.
Lopez praised Macy's for hosting the event and felt unconditional support from the department store.
Macy's has been awesome as far as celebrating Latinos and specifically Hispanic Heritage Month, and for them to get involved, such a huge corporation get involved behind something like this, it means a lot, because clearly Macy's is prominent in every community in this country. So the fact that they're supportive and proud to be united with us, I think says a lot, and it's extremely positive and a great message, and we get to meet a lot of nice people like you guys.
The two met with fans after the panel discussion, and I was even lucky to get a picture with the stars myself.
Well, Moral, I'm like super jealous. Want to get lunch after?
I'll have to take a rain check, but thanks again for the offer.
Anyway, in other entertainment news, Cosmo is under some fire this month after revealing the Kardashians on their October cover as America's first family. Moral, my resident entertainment expert, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, honestly, it's sad because we praise them so much. We pay more attention to them than we do to the Obamas.
I definitely agree with you on that. Hey, here's a crazy idea. Halloween is coming up. I'm motioning for the Inside Iona crew to dress as the Kardashians.
I think that's a great idea, Kayla. I have dibs on Northwest.
That's fine with me. Let's see what other Iona students are doing for Halloween. Hey everyone, I'm Kayla Coughlin. I'm going to be running around campus seeing what all of our staff and students are going to be dressing up as for Halloween. Excuse me. Are you going to be dressing up for Halloween?
Yes.
What will you be dressed up as?
A Ninja Turtle?
A ninja? Which one?
Donatello?
That's my favorite one. Oh my gosh, the purple one with the stick. That's my favorite one. Good choice. Okay. Are you going to be dressing up for Halloween?
I will not be.
What are you being for Halloween? Are you dressing up?
I'm being a cop.
Okay, what are you being for Halloween?
Never celebrated Halloween before.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a lot of social pressure for me.
Okay. You be dressing up for Halloween.
Yes, I will be.
What will you be dressing up as?
Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones.
Nice. So, like, are you gonna be like an Easter rabbit bunny? Are you gonna be like Are you gonna be like Regina George and Mean Girls bunny?
Yes, the Regina George bunny.
All right. I'll dress up as a mouse so we can go together. Jen, will you be dressing up for Halloween?
Will I be? Sure. Tony Stark from Iron Man and the Avengers.
Total frat move.
Yeah. So you're wearing like a button down, Sperry's, high socks.
I like that. Thank you. Which Spice Girl are you gonna be?
Posh.
Ooh, you gotta pull off those shoes.
I'll try. We'll see.
I have the utmost faith in you. Like you named the hole for everything he was in. I respect that.
Being Nicki Minaj and Disgust from Inside Out.
On 2 different days at the same time?
Different days, not at the same time.
Try it at the same time. I want to see what happens.
All right, I'll try it.
Send me pics.
Just for you.
Thank you. Well, there you have it. Hope everyone's looking forward to Halloween.
I officially can't wait for Halloween. Thank you for hosting with me, Kayla. I love having you.
Back to you, Chrissy and Joe.
Homecoming and Family Weekend is always a special time for the Iona community. The festivities and gatherings just feel a bit bigger with Iona College celebrating its 75th anniversary. ICTV was on the scene reporting on everything Homecoming had to offer.
So this is Homecoming 2015, sponsored by GAB, Gales Activities Board. We worked really hard this year to get all the different activities, the food truck, everything, so that we could just have one of the best homecomings to date.
Hi, my name is Amanda Minetta, and I'm here at the 2015 Homecoming, and it's been really fun. So far, I got to watch the pipe band and the dance team and the cheerleaders perform, which was amazing, and we got to fight at the homecoming court, which was fun and adorable.
It's really exciting. I'm so glad to be part of GAB on the e-board and to just try to deliver a fun time to all the alumni, all the students, all the families. And it's a great year. It's a great time to be a Gale.
That's all we have for this episode of Inside Iona. We hope you enjoyed watching. To keep up with what's going on at Iona College, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube page.
That's right, and a special thank you to Professor Witch's Digital Production Workshop class and the general members of ICTV for the help behind the scenes with the production of this episode.
After the show, please enjoy some footage from Homecoming Weekend, and of course the bloopers for a great laugh.
For all of us here in the studio, I'm Joe Archino, and thank you, Chrissy, for inviting me to co-host with you. Good luck with the rest of your season with Inside Iona.
And thank you, Joe, for transforming from radio to television with us today. It was a pleasure to have you in the studio with us, and you're always welcome back.
Thank you, Chrissy, and everyone from ICTV. This was a lot of fun, and it was a tremendous honor to be here with all of you.
Of course. And for ICTV, I'm Chrissy Bookie. See you next time.
Hello there, how you doing? Welcome to Iona College.
Thanks, Armand. Thanks, Armand. On to the...
Could you... what was the question I was asking? Okay. It is. We have a great blooper reel. Okay, Mario.
Stretch. Go back to the start of the last segment.
You are recording. Okay.
All in this stretch. The
So Moral, Netflix and let's redo that. Okay.
Thanks for hosting with me, Kayla. Oh wait, okay.
Today, as long as everybody whoops, that's my bad. I wanted.
We're enjoying the new season and.
Around the new homecoming princess and the senior king. Oh, princess and princes and princesses. Can't have both. Can't have both.
I love love his laugh. Gives me life.
No, your one eye stays there. It's a little creepy.
That's extremely
Like this eye's in and this eye's straight. Yeah, I've noticed I could do that. Beginning of this month, the Mass Communications Department continued their annual speaker series. This is organized by Professor Nadine Jennifer Byrne. Jennifer Bernheim. Develop an implementation strategy. Why did I say it like that? Strategy.
Good choice.
Thanks. There's a Halloween costume tomorrow.
There's a Halloween costume tomorrow or a Halloween costume party?
Costume party.
Okay, well, if you're going to start plugging these things, make sure you get the name right.
That is true.
Yes.
All right, we're ready.
AODE.
To keep up with the
Chrissy for inviting me to go. I thought it said go. Thank you to the rest of Professor Witch's. Oh my God, my bad. My bad. I already thanked you.
Not again this semester, the next semester.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, anytime you need me, anytime I can be help to you guys, just let me know.
Hey, where the chairs are the? Nope.
Hi, I'm Molly Traub. I'm a junior. I'm a campus minister in the Montgomery House. Okay. Totally ruined it.